there's two big things going on right now. There's a lawsuit that Tom Brady has joined.
Because he can do all ass, like he can do everything.
I love Kobe, bro.
Yeah. If you go to some other schools, you're driving here.
Literally.
We don't have anybody on the roster right now. You're going to come in, you're going to be the guy. Certified dog.
Might be the best to ever do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Real Talk podcast with your favorite Real Talk Georgia Tech players. Jack Barton and I had an absolute blast with, we call him Big Red, Big Sexy. One of the O-Linemen on our team, but he's an absolute stud. He's from Georgia. We talk all things from his journey here to Georgia Tech. We talk about where he's from. We talk about his faith. And we also talk a little bit about kind of what's going on in the world right now. Bronny to the league, maybe. Some big NFL signings that have gone on. Stay tuned. If you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, a like, and leave a comment for us. It's real easy. We'll appreciate you guys so much for doing that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit our socials as well at Real Talk GA Tech or Real Talk Pod on YouTube and on TikTok. Appreciate you guys so much. Also, shout out. I give a shout out in the middle of the episode, but I forgot to do it. So here's another shout out to our team. We got Noah Smith as our new editor and Miss Stephanie, who is our Director of Business Opportunities. Two very talented people who are joining our team. We're super pumped. So give them some love. Appreciate you guys. Hope you all enjoy this episode. Let's roll. Big Red, welcome to the podcast, brother. You were asking how we started this thing. We started back at the other university, to not be named. Started there, got one at Mississippi State, got one here now. You're technically our first solo guest, so
Love that.
you can be on that.
Love that, baby.
We just hired an editor, a second editor, and a Director of Business Opportunities, so the staff is growing. We're growing. But we always kick off every episode with a segment called the Real Talk Fist Pump Feature of the Week. Also, I noticed you have a picture of Tiger up there, a little painting. That's absolutely
My cousin
sick.
actually painted that.
That's really,
Yeah.
That's impressive, dude.
Sure.
So basically, Big Red, the Real Talk Fist Pump Feature of the Week is a moment this week that was fist pump worthy. Think about Tiger Woods on the green, sinking a putt, giving one of these, his famous fist pumps.
No doubt.
Something this week that was like, gosh, this is awesome. I'll go first. Give you some time to think. We'll go me, Jack, and then you. Normally we go guest first, but since we like you, we'll give you some time. My fist pump feature of the week is I'll give two different examples that kind of relate to each other. We went to a revival night in Athens on Wednesday night,
Nice.
and it's called Team Unite. And so it's, y'all know Maddie Pruitt from The Bachelor. She's went to Auburn. Her dad's the assistant coach at Auburn basketball. She's a huge influencer on social media, but
Cool.
her mom is the one that started it. And I think she started it. It's her baby. And they go around to different college campuses and they just have a huge worship night and all this kind of stuff. And, bro, so we get there. There's 10,000 kids there.
Wow.
10,000 kids. And so we're worshiping. We have two speakers that come and preach the word and hit on different topics. And it was real, bro. Like the guy especially hit on topics that was like definitely specific for college and college dudes. And, bro, they went to the Fiji house after with four pickup trucks and baptized over 100 kids in pickup trucks. Wow. And then they went to a church. It's like midnight by now. We had just left because we got ball. I'm getting up at 5:30 and I'm like, we have to go back. But they leave from the baptisms and go to a church right down the road and then have worship till like 2 a.m. and just let it ride.
That's crazy.
So dude, that was unreal. And then last night we had shout out to my boy Banks. He is the young adult pastor up at Restoration Church in up in Roswell, Alpharetta area.
Yeah.
And dude, they had their young, it's called The Well, but it's their young adult worship night on Thursday night. And bro, when I tell you, like, that place is filled with a spirit, bro. Like, it was the coolest. It was the closest to being at a like revelation, like a movement that I've ever been. Like,
cool.
We had one of my buddies, Wilma Crum, who was probably one of the wisest dudes I know. Sorry, I'm going on a little.
Oh, you're good, bro.
Rant here.
It's a fist bump.
But yeah, dude,
Big fist bump.
It was cool. he says that movements and revivals always start with two things: repentance and prayer. And so one of the things that happened is my guy Banks was on stage and he was just asking people to start raising their hand if they wanted to have prayer over them, over sin in their life and forgiveness of certain sins or certain struggles. And bro, like 40 of us just started raising our hands, and we went up to the front and people started praying over us for sins that we've committed or like struggles that we've had. And bro, when I tell you, after that happened, we had like 30 minutes of worship that was completely spontaneous. Like awesome. 80 people just jumping up and down, like singing. Like the pastor got up on stage and started singing with the mic. Like, dude, it was unreal.
That sounds awesome.
So, dude, it was those were two major fist pumps for me this week.
Quite the fist pump. My fist pump isn't as special, but I had a test this past week, and I studied my ass off.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there struggling through it, and I ended up getting a 90.
No way.
Yeah, we'll take the A.
No way.
You know?
I love it.
Love that.
For sure.
Shoot, I'll say mine's probably PT, dealing with an injury. Got some good news from the doc. It looks good. We're on track. Just steady grinding, staying patient, being faithful, and hopefully God will take care of it.
No doubt,
Sure.
dude. I will hit on that later because I want you to talk about what that's been like for you, because it's total freak thing, bro, but total God thing too.
For sure.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Quite the wink.
I got a team fist pump for us.
Here we go.
Two of our boys got put on Scully within the last.
Oh yeah, that was great. That was great.
Pretty cool to see that happen. And Coach Key does a great job of finding unique ways to scare the guys.
Sure.
Dude, that was
Boom, here's
ridiculous.
a scholarship.
Yeah.
And dude, they're two unbelievable humans.
Yeah, those guys deserved it for sure.
Yeah, both them dudes were cool dudes, right?
Should we hit on how he did it, or should we keep that under wraps?
You could tone it down a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of our boys, one of the running backs, got put on scholarship, and
And we're sitting in our punt meeting.
we're sitting in a punt meeting. Everybody's locked in, and Coach, he comes in and just starts just pulling the coach card, just being a coach, just starts going off, and we're like, all right, we gotta listen. And he calls out a certain dude, and we're like, uh-oh. Well, this guy's usually, I was thinking, like, this guy's actually a pretty good guy and goes really hard. Like, what's he gonna say? And then he actually starts propping him up. He's like, this guy goes hard every day. Come down here right now. And he walks down there. He's like, you're on scholarship.
Everybody goes nuts.
Big
And then the other one, who's our long snapper, Henry, is, bro, just another good dude.
Yeah.
And a smart human being, bro. Henry, okay, quick story about Henry. I don't know if y'all know this. We were we were playing cards together in one of their rooms, and I did not know this, but you know how we have to scan our card at lunch every day? Henry created the code for that to happen.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Oh yeah, you were there too playing cards. I forget.
Yeah, he did like a little Python script that essentially just counts out everybody that taps their card in, so now they know if we're gonna be there or not.
That's so sick. Imagine, like, dude,
Pretty sick.
Yeah.
he's gonna. But anyways, we finished that practice, and Coach Key brings up one of the guys, and he's like, "Did you pass this test or whatever?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got an A." And he's like, "You can thank Henry Freer for that," because apparently Henry just helps tutor a lot of the guys in certain subjects. And what did he say after that? He was
just like, Henry, you help out so much. We're gonna put you on scholarship.
Everybody going nuts.
going crazy, dude. I love. There's nothing better than those moments.
Yeah,
For sure.
Dude. Like, and I haven't gotten to be a part of that.
I've never felt that.
I've never been a part of something
No,
like that before.
we didn't do that stuff at middle either.
Yeah.
That's just
So cool, dude.
Yeah, so tell us about middle. So
yeah.
your portal.
Yeah. So out of high school, I played late to football kind of. Started playing junior year. Was light. Played tight end and D-line. Started going to camps. Little schools. At first it was FCS kind of stuff. They kind of
Right.
wanted me to gain some weight and play O-line. Fast forward through the recruitment process in high school. Kind of middle was my best option. Had some stuff late, but went to middle. Worked my tail off my freshman year. Ended up getting to play. Sophomore year. Had a real good season. Then our head coach got fired.
Okay.
Yeah, so then we kind of knew, talking to my assistant coaches, like they kind of knew they were probably clearing house. So decided to
Hit the portal.
order. Yeah.
So how was that process for you once you entered?
Yeah, it was fast.
Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff early for sure, some stuff, but I kind of going in there, I wanted to come closer, which isn't middle's not far,
Right.
but I kind of wanted to come closer.
Because you're from
Georgia. Franklin.
Royston.
Yeah,
Franklin County High School, right?
Yep.
Isn't that where? Do we have been on a team for Franklin?
No.
Big Red.
No, just me, man. There's not
Small town.
Yeah, maybe 1,500 people.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
What'd your graduating class have? How many?
200 because we have 3 cities in our county, so it wasn't.
So y'all have the good old high school Friday Night Lights.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, we weren't very good, but
people showed up.
People showed up. They love community. Like we pour into football.
Awesome.
Don't have great players, but we pour into it.
Good deal. So Tech came across the table and
yeah, kind of came down to 2 schools, Tech or Clemson.
Good picks.
Yeah, so I visited Tech, and then actually leading to the injury, I was on the way to Clemson.
Oh really?
Yeah, and
oh wow,
devastating car accident. But it kind of came down to them too. Had some other stuff, but I just fell in love with Tech. I fell in love with Key's approach, kind of.
Absolutely.
I think
no doubt.
I think he's definitely he cares so much about this place. Can't really go wrong with that because like he bleeds gold and white. So that's yeah. So, and I mean he's an O-line guy, so it's friendly to me. Like he's coached great offensive lineman, so it was a great choice for me.
Dude, I totally agree with you though that just Coach Key's way that he goes about things, bro. I love playing for him. Like I was out there on the field yesterday, and I was getting ready to do a play, and he looked at me and just said a few things, and it fired me up. Like he was smiling at me, and it's like it's cool to have a coach that is interacting with you.
Sure,
agree.
Good or tough, like it's cool to see that he cares. I think that's why, like you said, he cares about his place, but because he played here, he understands so many different things that a lot of guys couldn't understand about going here. And what's cool too is to see like yesterday the family that he brought out to practice, like the practice after, like the police today, like just getting to meet the different people of this community is really cool and something that I think he does a great job of. So you kind of hit on it. You had an unfortunate accident on the way to Clemson. We'll just say it was God's grace that you didn't get hurt,
no doubt,
but also God's grace that kept you going to Clemson.
Yeah, no doubt.
But dude, talk about how that was for you and how kind of you've handled that situation.
For sure. I mean, it was tough, because I'm looking at it like I really didn't want to leave middle because I love the place.
Yeah.
I just want to play ball and give it a shot, Ended up having to leave, and I just kind of looked at it like, God was he was so gracious, like it could have been so much worse. Right. So I looked at it like that with a grain of salt, like, so what now what, I got to just keep trucking along. I got to this point now, so just keep doing what I'm doing, stay faithful, keep praying, and it'll all work out. So that's kind of how I attacked it. Didn't really want to look at it like, oh, poor me. That's just not the type of guy I am.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when I first met you, I was here on a visit, and I first met you because I think we were here on the same day or something. You just had the accident, and people were like, "Dude," because you were on the scooter with the boot.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Bro, you should see his car." I'm like, "What do you mean? He's completely fine." And bro, when you see the picture of the car, I'm like,
"Dude, it's bad."
Dude, total guardian angels around you.
For sure.
What song were you listening to?
I was probably listening to some country.
Nice.
No doubt.
Did it keep playing?
That I don't know. I ended up, and I just. But I was definitely listening to some.
We're glad you're good
or something. I don't know.
It's also, dude, a huge blessing. I don't think people talk about this enough, but a huge blessing to have the healthcare that we have. The athletes.
Oh yeah.
Like, bro, it is so underrated. The care. Now, there's certain times where it's like, you push through a lot of things, but dude, they're so good to us when we have real injuries to take care of us. Like, this is a situation where, like, dude, could you imagine if you had to handle all this on your own?
Oh, no doubt.
Like,
I mean, just a little time period of when I got into the wreck before I came here. Like, I know I saw a doctor once during that 3.5 week window, whatever it was. And like here, I see a doctor all the time. They're laying eyes on it every day. They're taking care of it. They're making sure we're doing the little stuff to progress it just that one little bit. So
yeah,
that's a cool part. Being in Atlanta too, like, everybody you need is here.
Emory, Grady,
dude.
Yeah, if you go to some other schools, you're driving here.
Literally,
the local schools, you're driving to Atlanta to get your treatment.
No doubt, bro. Plus, it's gonna be nice flying straight out of Atlanta to other
sure.
places.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so sick. We don't have to drive 2 hours to the airport.
No, direct.
Dude, talk about driving. I rode a bus the whole last season.
You didn't fly at all?
No, we flew once to Montana, second round of the playoffs.
So like, what was the?
The longest drive we had was to VMI, 6 hours.
Okay.
Military.
That's not too-
when we were at, and I was at state last year. We drove anything under 4.5, 5 hours. We drove to.
Our first game this year, we drove to Bama. It was like 3
That's not
from
bad.
Murfreesboro.
We were talking about. I kind of like the long bus rides. You know.
Nah, with the guys, man, nothing beats that.
Fellas.
After like, not on the way there. I can't stand it on the way there.
Okay,
on the way
yeah.
back, it is so much fun.
Party bus.
But dude,
yeah.
the 6 hour drive on the way there. But even if not, that's a 6 hour sleep. Like you're just you're so tired
No
from the
doubt.
game, bro. You're just gonna
Yeah.
sleep. Saw one of my buddies the other day, and he's really tight with one of the guys on one of the staffs that I was thinking about going to during one of my recruiting processes. And the specific school was telling me, listen, like, we don't have anybody on the roster right now. You're going to come in, you're going to be the guy. And this is what we're expecting you to be. This is what we want you to be. And then you're going to be this. And I was like, oh, man, this is awesome. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Created this pretty good relationship with this guy. And really thought it was really going well. Ended up going a different direction just because it just felt like I was being led in a different way, even though I really thought this was going to be it for a while.
Yeah.
Come to find out, I see my buddy, and I hadn't talked to him in years, and he goes, yeah, good thing you didn't go there. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, they told me they were just going to bury you on the depth chart and put you at 4th or 5th string. And I was like,
Yeah.
at the same time, like, that you get two feelings. One, like, man, I made the right decision when I made that decision, but also two, it's like, oh,
The disrespect.
like the disrespect and the sadness that's in college recruiting and the
Yeah.
Yeah.
the shadiness and the lies, bro. Like it just.
No.
So for any of you guys watching this that are recruits, create really good relationships that are over time, and then go with the guys that not just talk crap out of their butt, but prove it to you over
Yeah.
time. And go to a school that you're going to go to for the school, not for the people, because
Absolutely.
this is the most college football coaching is probably the most highest turnover rate
Oh yeah.
out of any jobs
No doubt.
in America.
Coaching carousel, baby.
But yeah, dude, that was a crazy recruiting story. Do you guys have any crazy stories from when y'all were in recruiting at any point during high school portal?
Nothing crazy like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
Nah.
For real.
Shout out to Noah real quick. You can keep this in. He's our new editor. He's an absolute stud. Actually grew up with him from Kennesaw, Georgia.
Nice.
Heck of a dude. So shout out to Noah, our new editor, and Stephanie, our new director of business opportunities. Speaking of football, let's talk NFL for a little bit. Stephon Diggs to the Texans for it's Stephon and a 4th and 5th rounder for a 2nd round pick.
It's wild.
And the Bills have to eat $31 million in dead cap space with him because they kept him for so long.
Oof.
Thoughts? Texans Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks good.
They have 3 number 1 receivers. Dude.
No, that offense is gonna be crazy.
Plus they have Joe Mixon,
Yeah.
bro,
Joe Mixon's an underrated back. He's a good player.
underrated back, and just keep talking. I was gonna take that in a different direction, but I'm gonna keep it clean.
I got nothing.
I think, dude, there's been some big moves. I saw a video of Derek Brown. Do you remember Derek Brown? He was at Auburn. D-tackle
Oh, yeah,
signed
big
with the
boy.
Panthers.
Yeah.
Bro, he put a swim move on somebody on a clip I saw the other day. I was like, dude, this guy needs to get paid. Well, he just signed a 5-year, $96 million
Something
extension.
crazy. I mean, he led like I remember seeing something where he broke the record for interior D lineman solo tackles. It was some crazy stat. Like he had.
Bro, he's a beast.
Yeah, he's a baller, bro.
Dude, there's been some big signings. I saw that. Did y'all hear about the Kirk Cousins? This is gonna be a great one.
You're talking about
Cousins.
Derek Brown, by the way.
Oh, Derek Brown, dog. Cam Brown, his brother, actually played with a little bit. He's a dog too. But we're gonna switch not topics, but we're
Cool.
Did y'all hear about the Kirk Cousins jersey story with Kyle Pitts about behind the scenes what actually happened?
No.
No.
So Kirk Cousins got traded to Atlanta. He wants to be number 8, right? Because he's been number 8 his entire career. Kyle Pitts is already number 8.
Right.
Well, apparently the two were already in contact about switching, and Pitts was like, "Bet I'm gonna switch anyway. Like it's cool." Bro, the league stepped in and texted both of them and said, "If there's too many Kyle Pitts number 8 jerseys out there that we've already sold, so if you guys want to switch jerseys, we're gonna need you to write an X amount on the check."
Mm.
And Kirk Cousins was Shaq was like, how much was it? And Kirk was like, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And Shaq was like, oh, no, we ain't writing that check. No, sir.
So, oh my God.
That's crazy, bro. Like,
That's crazy.
Just to change your number.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
Just to change your, I mean, it's absolutely
18's not too bad. We'll take Kirk.
Yeah.
See, I'm a Falcons fan. I'm from here, so I don't know about you guys.
yeah. I'm a Birds fan, kinda. I grew up in Georgia, so I gotta claim them.
Yeah.
I'm a Birds guy. Plus, I got 2 tight ends that I played with are both on the Birds right now.
Oh, really?
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. That's it.
Charlie Warner and then John Fitzpatrick. But,
Wow.
dude, speaking of Shaq and some of his funny comments, dude, y'all watch like NBA Countdown or anything with him and Charles Barkley?
Yeah.
Bro, they were talking about the NCAA tournament the other day, and he was like, and not that this is funny, this is true, but he was saying how the girls' tournament this year is so much better than the guys.
For sure.
Yeah.
And how he's like, I don't even know any of the guys' names.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, that's a little crazy, but like, it's definitely true. Like Keylan Clark, bro, Angela Reese, like,
Blowing up.
bro, killing it. And Keylan Clark, bro,
Dude, dog.
Bucket.
certified dog.
Might be the best to ever do it.
Bro, the video went viral of her again today of her off-season workout.
Yeah.
She was like, she put up 300 shots and she was like 230 for 300.
Yeah, she was disappointed.
But she was, yeah, I'm like, what? Meanwhile, she's like doing like a full court gasser shot, Dog.
Crazy.
Bro, it's absolutely insane. I love it though. Like, I love March Madness.
For sure.
I love that they're growing the women's game. There was 12 million viewers on the LSU
I
game
mean,
today.
Wow. I can count on my hand, just being real, how many times I watched a girls' basketball game, and I've been tuned.
Bro, no doubt.
I'm on Instagram. I'm like, who won? Like, I'm looking it up. I'm tuning in. I might go to sleep. Next morning, I'm waking up, checking the score. So
I really don't like the media, but you kind of got to give the media credit for
No,
as much
they
as they're
hype it
like
up.
putting it out there. Yeah.
Get after it. Yeah, no doubt, bro. Like, I think
do that thing.
they also kind of feed into it, right? Like, you always say as a player that, like, you don't hear the stuff people are talking about. You don't care about the other team, like, whatever. But, like, after the way things ended last year,
Yeah.
and the competitive edge that went on between the two after the game of, like, showing the ring, whatever, it was funny to see, actually, when they played Middle Tennessee State, how Angel Reese was, like, waving to the girl when she fouled out. And then when Angel Reese fouled out in the Iowa game,
Yeah, they're
the
waving.
point guard for Iowa was, like, waving to her, like, waving goodbye. Dude, it's just, I think it's, I love seeing that because, like, someone put it this way. They were like, because one of the girls on LSU is a rapper. So they're like, we got a rapper, we got a big dog in the paint that's a dog. We got a girl who's throwing up threes like Steph Curry, who knew all I needed to do to bring me back to the real NBA was watch a women's basketball game.
For sure.
And it's like, bro, it's like they're exhibiting what the game looks like how it's supposed to be played.
No doubt.
It's absolutely sick, and I'm totally here for it. For sure. My phone's on a FaceTime right now, a group FaceTime call, so the script is over there. But funny story about FaceTime calls. So my sophomore year, when I declared my major at the other school, we had to hop on a Zoom call. This is so bad. We had to hop on a Zoom call with like 300 people for that major.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the dean of the school, whatever, and they're talking about how we're gonna have to take these certain classes, and then we're gonna have to buy for the photo class, we're gonna have to buy a camera. And I'm like,
What? A camera?
so verbatim, they tell us here are the models and here's the pricing, and I was like, no shot, no way. Dead silence on the screen, and I'm like, what? And I looked down and my mute button wasn't muted.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Tough deal.
so I immediately bolt the camera off, mute myself, and 3 of my roommates were just sitting across from me playing MLB The Show, and they were just dying laughing, dog.
The panic, I'm sure.
When the meeting that I had next with my counselor, or not counselor, but my school counselor, advisor, thank
yeah,
you,
that's the word.
golly,
Academic
advisor. I was like so polite to her because she was the one helping run the meeting, and I was like, yes, ma'am. Yep. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I appreciate it. Like, I was so polite because that had happened, dude. So bad.
Oh, it's the worst.
God.
Dude, those COVID and Zoom calls, all that.
Bro, here's another one for you. So we had Zoom calls every night when I was at the other school during COVID. And, I mean, it's just basic stuff, like going over certain plays and film and all that kind of stuff. But one night, I went over to my buddy's house for dinner to eat with his family. And I left my phone in my truck, just not thinking about it, right? Like, go and eat dinner. Well, dinner lasts like 2 hours, and then we hang out, play some video games. I get back in the car like 10, and I've got like 85 notifications, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
5 missed calls from my tight ends coach. All my tight ends buddies texting me, and I'm like,
well,
sorry. I'm 800 miles away from you guys, but I'm sorry.
Literally.
I didn't get on. Dude, that is one of the worst feelings. Waking up late or doing that is one of the worst feelings.
Dude, yeah.
I triple check my alarm in the morning before I go to at night before I go to sleep every night.
That's what, dude. I don't understand. One of my buddies, one of my mentors, he's a track athlete, a Paralympic athlete, and he was like, dude, just set one alarm and wake up. And I'm like, you do not understand. It's not that I can't wake up with one alarm. It's to make sure my phone doesn't glitch and that it doesn't. It make sure it goes off, dog. I have like 5 alarms set 1 minute apart just to make sure.
Not a minute apart.
No doubt, bro.
I'm 2 minutes apart.
Yeah, I hit
I'm
5.
dead serious. 2 minutes apart.
Well, I'm making sure that thing's going off.
It's got to.
The student athlete PTSD is real.
No, it is.
There was one time I slept through a whole meet lift, like offense and defensive switch. Slept through the whole thing. Woke up to one of my buddies from Ryan Miller. Walked into my dorm. He's like, yo, you just missed everything? I got up like, what? 170 up downs.
Dog, that's...
You hear like an alarm go off in the locker room, dude. I start.
That's it. That's so bad, dude. Oh, it's so bad. Dude, talking about just like scared anxiety memories, bro. Like, let's talk about the whole crypto thing that's going on right now. So apparently, and get this, there's 2 big things going on right now. There's a lawsuit that Tom Brady has joined as a defendant against FTX, which I don't know that whole situation. If you know it, you can explain it more.
Yeah, it was essentially like a Ponzi scheme that just got destroyed from the inside. Essentially like a bunch of like big corporate people were tied up into this Ponzi scheme under FTX. I forgot what the dude's name is, but he ended up getting drilled for some white collar crimes, and the whole bubble just started to collapse. But
interesting. I didn't know that. And so Tom Brady is joining this lawsuit saying that because of his celebrity status, he felt compelled or led into be a part of this company without doing his due diligence, but somehow it's not his fault. It's his celebrity status is fault. So I don't see how that's going to work.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it kind of ties you into the Ronaldo thing.
Bro, how about this? Get this, Big Red. Ronaldo is facing a $1 billion lawsuit for promoting NFTs.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Talk about like stuff like that crashing, bro. Like Trevor Lawrence, when he got drafted, he signed half of his salary was in crypto, and now it's
real.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, crypto
He signed half
volatile.
bro.
half his salary.
Yeah. So that was Binance that Ronaldo is in, and Binance is like a crypto trading platform. And essentially he used his name, image, and likeness. Kind of the same thing with Tom Brady, didn't do his due diligence, and then it unfolded into probably being another Ponzi scheme. It's just
crazy, bro.
Are you a crypto
Like
guy?
you would think.
A little bit. I got some money in Bitcoin, but I'm not like going crazy or anything.
How bad would it be to be that one guy that threw his flash drive away with Bitcoin and it had like 35 Bitcoin on it?
Dude, brutal.
I mean,
that's tough.
hundreds of millions of dollars, whatever it was.
That would hurt.
Apparently, he's been going through waste piles, like trash land sites or whatever they're called.
It's gone, bro.
He's gonna find it. It's gone, buddy. Just
talk about a needle in a haystack.
no,
Bro, that's an ant and an elephant right
That's
there.
a diamond.
Yeah, no doubt, dog. That's impossible. Dude, there was one more thing on that list that I wanted to hit.
Bronny.
Bro,
Bronny
into the league.
yeah, that's
What's
wild.
crazy is, so he didn't play much this year.
No,
Entered the portal and then put his name into the NBA draft. And I guess when they interviewed LeBron about it, LeBron was like, I didn't know about it, but like he's gonna figure it out on his own. Which like it's kind of sick.
Yeah.
The fact that like he probably knew about it. Is just saying that, but like, what do we think about Bronny to the league? Bronny and Bron.
I was about to say.
that would. Yeah, I'm a big LeBron guy. That's my goat for sure.
Bro.
But it's gotta be.
I'm with him on that. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro,
What?
Like Michael's great. He's great.
so good.
Me and my high school coach have this argument all the time when I go back home. He's great, but like LeBron's my goat.
Why?
Maybe. Just because.
Define what you believe.
I mean, he's the best all around player
Why?
because he can do all Like he'd
Okay.
do everything.
I feel like the level of competition is where you
Yeah, for
kind of
sure.
start to look at it.
Like you look at just the league rules. Like when Michael was playing, there was no
That's why
help
it's
defense.
so hard to. That's why
Yeah,
it's so hard
it's
to
hard.
compare
Can't really
generation.
compare them.
Yeah, dude, it's so tough, man. I loved. I'm equal on MJ and LeBron, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I loved Kobe, bro.
Kobe. Yeah.
He's not better than them, but like,
The mindset.
talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Do you want? You got a game-winning shot on the line.
No, I hear
Are
you.
you taking MJ, Kobe, or LeBron?
I put the ball in Kobe's hands.
Yeah.
No
probably-
doubt,
yeah.
dude.
But if I want to,
Go cram.
yeah, just like if I got a guy for a seven game series, I got LeBron.
I mean, you
That's just
spend,
who I'm.
yeah, you spend $1 million on your body
Like,
a year. I mean,
I think just the time era Michael won was just like, I don't know, like there was no dynasty. Like LeBron's had to face him.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
he's also lost to him.
bro, but like
No, for sure.
MJ went against the Pistons, the dirty Detroit
But he-
boys.
he's-
Like
he lost
Isaiah
all
Thomas. I know, but that was when he was by himself, young. LeBron's been with Kyrie Irving, been with the
But when-
Bird, Bosh, Dwayne Wade.
No, for sure. But I think when Michael won, he's with Scottie Pippen all the time. Like when
bro, how
when
about
Michael left to go to baseball, Bulls were still a great team.
That's true.
LeBron leaves Cleveland, they're picking number one.
dude? How about this? MJ's son is marrying Pippen's ex-wife.
Yeah,
and
that's
MJ is the best man.
wild. Yeah,
How about them apples?
yeah, that's wild.
That-
I saw
What
that.
a dirty business. I cannot even imagine the stuff that goes on behind doors. There's so many.
There's so much that happens behind the scenes. Like you were just talking about the NFL and the jerseys, dude, and all of it.
Like that's people don't even know about, man. Like just crazy stuff. But
Yeah, so Bronny to the draft. That'll be
yeah,
kind of cool.
Bronny and Bron
Yeah.
teaming up.
Yeah, it would be really sick to see them play
Oh,
together.
no doubt.
And I bet
Yeah.
LeBron would call it a career after
He's gonna
this.
play one game and be like,
No
"See ya."
doubt.
Yeah.
I think that's what he wanted to accomplish. For
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that's probably part of the reason why he's
Sticking around a little bit.
Yeah.
sticking around, but also why Bronny might have put his name in,
For sure.
Yeah.
even though it might not be a lottery pick or anything like that. But Jay, you got anything else?
Mm.
Big Red, it's been an absolute pleasure, brother.
My guy.
Appreciate you being
Thanks
on.
for having me.
Thanks for
Tune
having me,
in
man.
weekly for Real Talk Georgia Tech episodes from your favorite Real Talk Georgia Tech players. Get to know our guys a little bit
Yep.
behind their stories and behind more than just the shoulder pads and helmets. Appreciate y'all.
Go Jack.
Thanks. Go Jackets.
Jack, make it up there and press.